Okay, people, remember that they're changing my voice. A key part of the romantic injustice in society has to do with conceptions of dating and erotic desire. For example, if you see a female who's got kind of thick hips, shaped like a Coke bottle, right? A big, have to excuse me, but behind, maybe average to large breasts. We're gonna think that maybe a certain type of bigger military guy or bodybuilder or some kind of social club's craftsman who's thicker is the one who deserves to have her. We're gonna think that. It's simply not logical to think. Okay? Now, a lot of you are thinking, like, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Okay? And that's that devil in you that you want a snake. You're thinking with your snake, and you want a snake, and you want to breed a brood of vipers who do not produce fruit in keeping with repentance. And this is something that everybody of every faith and philosophy should be able to understand. Why, if an angel were to come to earth, so to speak, for those of you who are foolish enough to not understand, the angels are divine angels, and they're also real African falcon martial artists. Now, angels in a broad kind of profane sense, people use it to mean like heroes and, so-called heroes and common people, who save somebody crossing the street, about to be hit by a car or something like this. Okay. So, if an angel was to make his romantic pitch to a female with thick hips and a nice booty, nice breasts, what have you, she looks like she sleeps with only guys who are like porn star minded, right? Players, erotic desire, people that never truly grew up. They just conform and use erotic desire. Now, a lot of people don't want to go there, but this is part of the problem in society. You have corporations talking about sexual power that are investing in the paradigm we have, which includes these people, and a lot of the more attractive and sexually desirable females fit the description. So what kind of injustice would it be? I may as well be holding them down to get raped if I'm not going to talk about this. Because a bunch of Setian demons are getting over. Mere craftsmen with no higher cause. Mere church people with no higher cause. Mere bodybuilders with no higher cause. Military with no higher cause. And they're coercing people, and they're threatening people, and they're killing people to make it go a certain way. So if I was to, going back to the angel, let's kind of keep it somewhere else so people can understand better. I think people sometimes have trouble when I use myself as an example, and sometimes it's a perfect example. So we're just going to use someone else. Let's say, some divine guy. And we're going to use mulatto because it's hard to imagine a real African falcon martial arts as some other than a certain type of black person, which basically doesn't, all black person, which doesn't exist anymore, or a mulatto. Okay? And I'm the last one who could fit the description. Okay? So the pinnacle of romantic justice is the romantic justice that comes from God through the Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order when they get a woman who's suitable. Okay, if you don't understand that, you're sick, you're jealous, you're petty, you have serious issues you need to work out, and it's a shame that you lead your family and society astray by your actions, by example, instead of doing the right thing like a man or a woman, whatever the case may be, according to their natural genders. Okay. So here's this righteous person. Let's just go ahead and add figurative elements to it. Okay? From the heavens comes this angel, and he takes form into a martial artist, a mulatto, idealized, Royal African Falcon, morally precise martial artist. And he makes his pitch to a female. He says, "Excuse me, miss, I was wondering if I could get to know you. You're extremely beautiful. I like your style. I like the way you move. I like the way you think, and your heart is reflected by the way about you, your essence, your spirit. And I would really like to get to know you, and I would really like to get to the bottom of it, to the center of it, rather, to understand who you truly are, and if we can be something that goes beyond human understanding, that is profoundly romantic and divine." Now, how do we know that she would reject that pitch? One, because people are told who to date to a large degree these days. Two, because of her cultural conditioning. On this planet, it's very unlikely that female would be mulatto. So she'd say, this guy's a different race than I am. Let's say she's Hispanic or Asian or white. She's going to say, this guy's a different race than I am. Okay? And he's talking to her, that's talking crazy. But it's actually a righteous man talking the pinnacle of sanity, which is true love, which is righteousness, which is justice, where they come together. You see how she perverts the course of justice by her culture, by her repetition, by her actions, by what we know would be her response. One of a certain variation of rejection. Of what the hell? Who does that? Someone who's perfect does that. Mispervert the course of justice? Mispervert the course of justice for organized perverts and their rape by deception construct? Why should you be given the right to hurt a righteous guy out of your selfish, arrogant, slut mentality? Why should you have that right? Why stop there? Why after that, go eat a bunch of kids? Where do you draw the line? Does your selfishness know no boundary? Why won't you do the right thing? Whether or not you believe in God. Why do you have such a stupid belief system? And why does it carry on to your sexual behavior like a common bar wench? A contemptible harlot. A whore that hates God and the righteous and multiplies filth. Why are you that? Now who among you is confused? Maybe some punk rocker who just got done plugging a kid, talking about, oh, he sounds like an incel, like a bitch. And then you get some kind of guy from Brooklyn, some kind of fat guy. I see what's going on here. I want her to date guys more like me. All he sees is flesh, not the injustice of, not the profound injustice. Well, you're selling and she's not buying. Okay, it's fucking retarded, right? Then you get some kind of bootlicking, skinny, sniveling joker type of clown. Well, how'd you like that? Nice try, pal. We're dreaming, right? Tell me that you shouldn't chastise them into next week. If this was an honorable, noble culture, they're dead on the spot. No need to wait till someone stoned you, you idolater, sniveling worm. I'm just going to pull out my sharp sword. You're done. You see what I'm saying? That's what's fair. I don't do that, mind you, because this society doesn't allow it. But if it did, they're done. Okay? Anyway. Then you get some kind of chick like, oh, don't believe him. He looks like a scrub. You see what I'm saying? Are these rare philosophies? Are these rare beliefs? Are these so damn common? And they do so much harm to our society. They're worse than a nuclear bomb hitting this society. That'd be improvement for this society. But the people who spread these toxic, erotic, desire-based, filth-based philosophies and this horrible dating cycle we see, there's immature worms, demons. A demon is a skilled performer. They're acting like they're right. And the morally precise person magically, oh my gosh, he must be wrong. And you people are eating it right up. And you're teaching your kids to do the same. So if you figuratively eat the flesh of your offspring, as that flesh emerges with the toxic philosophies of society, you're consuming it. You're reproducing it. You're multiplying. You're spreading it. You're propagating it. Can you imagine them trying to make a counter-argument? Look, buddy, we just want to force them into bed because we like it that way. Now go back to heaven, pal. I'll do that. And you can all go to hell. So as you can imagine, lesser forms of life would change my voice to try to mock me as they historically mock black people. And they've probably done it by the time you hear this video. So just imagine me, the top martial artist ever possible, saying it in the most serious way possible. And feel nothing but resentment to the point of, we'll say, extreme righteous indignation. Instead of using the word hate, we'll say extreme righteous indignation. When a token minority or some mocker or some racist person with white skin says that it shouldn't be taken seriously or mocks this video in any way. The top martial artist ever doesn't respect them and say to them, who are you compared to the top martial artist ever? You're just a servant of sin, a servant of oppressors.